might look like a disaster now, but this is where the magic happens. I always say in these situations, look behind the curtains. It's hard, and trust me, if you were here and you could smell what we're smelling right now, you would understand. It's really challenging to sometimes see that a property like this has potential. It smells nasty in here, like a cat's butt. But any which way, you can see that the layout has a tremendous amount of potential, and that's something that's really attractive to us. So we have kind of like a family room, living room kind of situation here. This could also be like a makeshift dining room area, and that could be the front living room. And then we head into the kitchen area here. So watch your step. We have had a big leak here happening in the basement. In fact, most of the times I like to go into the basement. We're not going to go into the basement today because it's just disgusting. It's full of soppy water because this thing has been leaking for probably a year. So we're going to leave that for later. We have a nice little mud room that leads into the backyard, but you can see here there's just a tremendous amount of stuff. Here you can see that the leftovers, if anyone's hungry, come on over. And so this is one of the challenges we're going to have to face. If you pan up here quickly, you can see that we have some joists that have been actually cut, and the pipes are running through the joist spaces. So you're not supposed to cut structural joists. No, don't ever do it. There's other more efficient ways to run piping other than cutting through your main support beams. So let's go on upstairs. I'll show you what else we got. The bathroom is fairly tight, all things considered. So I was here a little bit earlier, and I just made a bit of a decision here because you can tell just from, you know, how large I am. This is what's called a 3/4 tub. It's not your typical 60-inch bathtub. Right? So what ends up happening is it's not really usable for an adult. These were common kind of back in the day. But the reason that they did this is if you look in here, there's your main stack. This is the main plumbing stack that goes all the way to the city sewer and it comes up through the roof. And so that, you know, you don't create a suction effect, right? You have the main roof that's open and it's all the way down to the city sewer. We're gonna have to relocate this stack so that we can make room for a full-size tub, and it's actually going to completely transform this bathroom. So a little bit of effort for a huge result. So it's a big win in my opinion. So we saw the first bedroom, here's the second bedroom. You'll notice that it doesn't have a closet, but the other bedroom actually has such a big closet that we can eat up half the closet from the other bedroom. So now the two bedrooms will each have their own closet, which is great. And last but not least, we've got what's going to be set up as the master. It was probably set up as some sort of a 2 bedrooms here. So maybe it was a 4 bedroom at one point, or maybe that back area was just kind of a sitting room. But they had done some crafty workmanship to try and open up this wall. It wasn't structural, you can tell that, there's no sag or anything like that. We're going to check it out to be sure. Make sure that the electrical is okay, because there's some shifty electrical work. Now, you're probably wondering why there's straw here and rabbit turds everywhere. They actually had a rabbit farm up here, and they had like 10 rabbits up here. Anyway, this is what it is, hence why the windows are open. We're going to leave them open, I think, for a few days. So it's hard to imagine what a final product is going to look like, especially when you're going through this stuff. It's hard to look behind the curtains, you know, when you actually see actual curtains. But trust me when I say this, that when the place gets removed, like all the things get removed, you give it a big cleaning, you're going to clean the walls, everything. It's going to have fresh flooring, fresh paint. It's going to look like $1 million. And that's the joy that we have, is that we can actually bring these dead properties, you know, they call them zombie homes. We can bring these back to life and bring them back into the circulation of housing here in Hamilton. So it's very exciting. Keep on with us, because we're going to be doing some more update videos as we get into some other exciting parts of the deal or the project. And then we'll share all the results at the very end. Thanks so much.